Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my tarot channel today. My name is Paulina and I want to share a reading with you. If you are interested in getting a personalized reading, I do pre-recorded or Zoom readings. I also do phone readings. I accept PayPal, Cash App, and a few other modalities of payment. But yeah, so this is a reading for a karmic relationship. So it is not a relationship that you're in. So this would be, in terms of the terminology, someone who's your twin flame, who is in a karmic relationship that they've chosen to stay in, and or maybe they're separated, or maybe you just want the general vibe of that relationship, and maybe you are with this person and you're always wondering about what that relationship really was like. So, but it could be the case that this person you've had some sort of interaction and they've chosen to stay with the other person that they were with, before interacting with you, which is a karmic relationship, which means it's a relationship that teaches us about basically life lessons that we have to learn, whereas the twin flame is not necessarily meant to even manifest as a real relationship. It's just supposed to teach us things about ourselves in an earth-shattering way that change our perspective, rather than sort of the day-to-day learning about things that the karmic does. Okay, so the first question I'm getting that you're wanting to know is, what is the general nature of this relationship? Like, how do they interact together on a normal basis, these two people, this person of interest and their person that they're with? Okay, we got Two of Fire reversed, will. So I think that there's a strong sense of willpower that they share. I think there may be like a lot of fights that lead to like sexy makeups. Maybe like a very sort of like toxic cycle, but it like works for them. Like, both people are very strong-willed. What else about that dynamic? We got Four of Fire, completion reversed, and the Sun reversed. So they may be ending their dynamic or marriage. They may be at the end of a situation, but also they may be changing it. They may be reinventing it for some reason. They may have, with the Sun reversed, there maybe have been a death of ego, or maybe even a death of a father figure in the family that changed the dynamic between the two of them. And so what are they gearing towards now? Like, what changes have been made, and maybe how and why? Okay, so Mother of Water, Six of Fire reversed, victory, and small medicine wheel. So there was something with public recognition here, maybe something about how being seen by others, and maybe personal victories that maybe put the spotlight on this couple in some way, in possibly a negative way, because it was reversed. And then the Mother of Water and the small medicine wheel means that I'm wondering if you went to, like, if this couple went to counseling or did some healing of the smaller matters of how they're relating, rather like the microcosm of how they're relating that has to do with healing. And what is the trajectory of how they're doing with their relationship? Balance. They're really working on balancing, how to communicate with each other. That really relates to the Justice card. There may be injustices that they both have felt have happened in the relationship that are being addressed through the therapy. And we got Daughter of Air, 10 of Earth, and 7 of Fire. This is these people have probably been together a long time, and they've been through a lot, and maybe a lot of hard times. And in some ways, if this male karmic, the male figure that you're thinking about, or maybe it's a female, they may have, they may have a daughter together, or maybe wife in this situation feels daughterly with her husband, like she feels like he's guiding her as her own father did. And then the 10 of Earth is they have like maybe a business or a financial, some ties together. And so where do you come in, and how did you fit in here, and how did you make an impact on, and maybe spurring them to reconnect in a different way, or rethink their lives, or rethink their business? Maybe I'm getting Medicine Man, Life Force, Ace of Air, and Vision Quest. So I think that you interacted with this divine masculine. I'm getting, I guess it could be a divine feminine, but I'm getting more that this was the divine masculine part of this. You were connecting with this male figure who is perhaps already in this relationship or chose to go back to this relationship. You brought a lot of ingenuity of thought. You reinvigorated this person in general and made them think about life differently. You brought healing with the Medicine Man. You may have influenced them to use like medicinal herbs to heal, and you also went on a personal vision quest that like exemplified what real healing is, and it shook up their whole view of life. So you really made an impact here on this person. I'm still not getting how it affected their relationship. Can you get me a couple cards, Spirit, on how your relationship with this man interacted, his relationship with his karmic person? Lovers. This person had feelings for you, and he felt fatherly to you, but he also felt like he didn't have enough to give you, like in terms of not only finance, but in terms of like maybe logical thought or like grounding. But this person did also feel like they had to make a choice between you, but there was a lot of positivity that you brought into their relationship, and perhaps there was a romantic experience between the two of you that even if it was never spoken or even acted upon, there were feelings there. That I'm getting that the choice was made to go with this past person, but there's still changes that they realize that you brought about. Let's get some more on this. We got the 9 of Water, joy. You brought joy, and showing that your strength was inspiring to this person. Let's get a final closing card for how everyone in this situation should choose to move on and heal, as it seems that everyone's moving forward in a different path. Even I'm getting that the karmic partner is changing their view and their life. Mother of Fire, Grandfather, I think that says, and Daughter of Earth, 8 of Earth, Inner Order. There's a lot that like you are using all your tools really, and many selves and many, there's a lot of like spirits watching out for actually everyone in this relationship. Every person has like spirit guides that they're not aware of, and every person is actually really highly aware spiritually, both the karmic, you, and the divine. And the 8 there's going to be a reoccurrence of an interaction here again. There's going to be a cyclical, once you start building your garden and completely focus on yourself, there's going to be some sort of reproduction here. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure. Get me more on that. No, that's not the right card. Let's get a final card on that reproduction. What does that mean here? So I'm reading the 2 of Fire, will. Again, here is more, there's going to be more of a choice. There's going to be pressure put on their relationship that will make this person miss you and think of the calm and joy that you brought, and there will be a new beginning. I'm not sure if it's with this person and you, but you're going to experience a new sexual beginning with someone, and this person will become aware of it, and you may hear from them once they hear that you're with someone else. This person is thinking about you, the male in this relationship. But the 3 of Earth, I think, growth. So this has to do, if you did want to, this person does have feelings for you. They are with this karmic partner who, their karmic partner is like changing and growing in their own way too. And there is a lot of like sort of dangling tension about whether they're going to really stay together, but both people are committed. So, but I'm seeing that there could be a situation in the future where if you really move on with your life, this person will realize your value and perhaps reach out, perhaps apologize if anything, and explain their rejection of you. I'm getting there was a rejection, and it's not about comparison. You know, we all have our own skills that we bring to the table, our own beauty, our own strengths. And this person also wants you to know that they hurt you, and they know they did that. And they had no intention of doing that. They are saying they're very selfish and self-involved, and it has nothing to do with you. And if anything, you brought you enlivened them, the interaction with you, and then they felt like they were being disloyal to their partner. I'm getting that partnership has become very much a business partnership. Maybe they own a home together, but there is love there. So yes, basically this person had feelings of love for you, and it like, instead of like pivoting towards you and changing their life, they like brought that love into trying to rejuvenate their marriage, their life, their business, and kind of cut you off. And that's really hard. But that's what I'm seeing. And they think of you, they are contemplating you. And I'm seeing that the bigger reason that they did this is they don't feel that they have what you need, and they want to see you blossom on your own. And they feel that basically you're too good for them, and that you wouldn't want to work together, because if this kid, we got before that they have kids, this person, you would have to be involved in that situation in some capacity, and there would have to be teamwork, and this person doesn't know if you would be willing to do that. So it's a bit of a love triangle, but I'm getting that the other person, the karmic, is really quite passive about what happens, whether or not this relationship ends. They do feel romantic love for their partner, but it's like things have changed, and the person that you're interested in, the divine masculine, is like thinking of you and wondering about you and feeling badly for how things ended, and does care for you, but at this time they're remaining in their situation. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day.